1 part Edo era Japan, 1 part modern day hip hop aesthetics, 3 parts Mugen, Jin, and Fu. Mix together and you'll get a fluid fusion of wholesome characters, a sprinkling of historically accurate events, and a kick-ass down-tempo hip hop soundtrack. We're checking out episode 6, where the trio participates in a food eating contest featuring today's recreation, Unagi Don. It's a rice bowl topped with grilled eel and a sweet sticky sauce. So let's get to it, and to hell with vegetarianism. I wanted to show you a few key ingredients that you may not be familiar with. This is eel. It can be found at your local Asian market. It's typically already cooked and frozen, and these prepared kinds are boneless. This is dried kelp. It's super inexpensive, and we don't need much of it. And these are bonito flakes. They're made from dried skipjack tuna and smell like the entire ocean in one tiny bag. This big guy is mirin, a type of rice wine with a high sugar content. It doesn't need to be non-alcoholic, by the way. Here we have a good old short grain sushi rice. You can use whatever rice you'd like. Sushi rice just has a high starch content, which makes it sticky and easier to eat with chopsticks. Finally, this is sansho pepper, or Japanese pepper. It has a delicate citrus presence and is a little mouth-numbing, like me. First, we're going to make the eel sauce from scratch, starting with the dashi stock. So start by making 2 1x1 inch marks on your kelp using a precise tool like the nub of your index finger. Cut it off of Pangea and lightly brush off each piece. Place the kelp and 4 grams of bonito flakes into a container and add 1 3/4 cups of hot water. Let it steep for about 5 minutes, and after those minutes have elapsed, pour the liquid into a saucepan and add a 1/3 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sake, and a few helpings of soy sauce. Mix together, bring to a boil, and turn off the heat. And now you have dashi stock. Super easy. This recipe is brought to you by one of my favorite channels, Cooking with Dog. These are the 4 horsemen of the unagi sauce, and this is really hard to mess up. Pour everything into a pot, which includes a 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1 cup of dashi stock, which is the amount that you just made, a 1/4 cup of white sugar, and 1/2 cup of mirin. Bring it to boiling over medium heat, and then just simmer the sauce for 3 to 4 hours until it thickens. That's it. I burned this sauce twice. Both times I did not record it because I was in the middle of doing 300 things. And so you probably shouldn't be doing 300 things when you're trying to make eel sauce. This is cooking. This is so much fun. Eel sauce, eel sauce, eel sauce. Okay, so the original recipe for this said to let the eel sauce simmer for 3 to 4 hours, and it's wrong, very wrong. So I woke up the next morning at 7:30 to try this again. So here's what you actually need to do, which is everything I stated previously, except you'll have to keep an eye on the sauce, because when it looks like the gaseous patterns of Jupiter is when you should take it off the heat. This should only take about an hour, not 3 to 4. Here's the difference. 1 hour, 4 hours. 1 hour. This sauce is a little thinner than syrup, and I could have left it on a little bit longer if I wanted to, but it still sticks to the spoon and is considered to be a sauce, and it's pretty delicious. And 4 hours. It defies the laws of gravity and should be used as construction material or as imitation chocolate mousse. It actually looks good, but smelled like a rotting corpse. Not that I know what that. Next, to make your sushi rice. I make it according to the manufacturer's instructions, but I'm sure Uncle Roger is going to drag me through the mud for this. Combine 1.5 cups of rice to 2 cups of water in a medium saucepan, and let the rice soak in this bath for 15 minutes. After that, bring the rice to a soft boil by making it mildly angry, then reduce the heat to low and let it simmer, covered, for 20 minutes. Then remove from the heat and let it stand, still covered, for 10 minutes. Finally, when it's done, fluff it up like it's your job, and then it's ready for the camera. I'm gonna get fired for this. All right, time for the eel. I hope you're elated. Listen, if you don't like my puns, just deal with it.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Traditionally, properly done eel is either baked or grilled, but I'm not traditional and would love for you to grill me instead. Over a fire or in the comments. Over medium heat, coat the bottom of your pan with butter and slide your thick bad boy onto that pan. You may need to cut it in half to fit it all on there. Since the eel is technically already cooked, we're just heating it up about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. And that's amore. All right, assembly time. In a rice bowl, drizzle on your unagi sauce. Nestle a portion of your eel on there. Shower on some scallions. Sprinkle on some sansho pepper. And top with nori. And there you have it. Unagi Don, so good you could eat 28 bowls of it in one sitting. And now for quality assurance. It's sweet from the unagi sauce and a little citrusy from the sansho. The eel has a similar flavor to that of salmon. Electrifying. Illegally good. Okay, all right, I'm done. Now let's go look for the samurai who smells of sunflowers. Hello? I'm just calling to ask you to subscribe because I never want to work again. I love you too.